They're out on the field. The pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing Fight, Balls, Fight. The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. On3.com just released their final rankings for the class of 2023. Nico Iamaleava comes in at the top of the class, number one quarterback in the country, number one player in the class of 2023. Tennessee had a couple of other names in the top 50, kind of worth taking a look at. Talk about player evaluation. Josh Heupel and this coaching staff, they get it. Very interesting. We'll get into the top 50. We'll talk about it. As always, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's take a look at it again on 3.com, unveiling the final 2023 rankings. Says here On3 has released its final football prospect rankings for the 2023 cycle. This rankings release marks the final update and is heavily informed. That's the key right here. Heavily informed by continued senior season evaluations and national all-star games that featured nearly 200 of the nation's top prospects. And some of you guys that are new to recruiting, as we kind of start to shift the focus and move into the class of 24, we're going to be throwing names out there and guys that Tennessee is in pursuit of. I've dropped a lot of recruiting videos over the last few days. I encourage you, go back, check them out, get involved in the recruiting game. We can take it a step further, get involved in the NIL game. When you want these top prospects, we all know the Nico story. $8 million arm, right? Where does that $8 million come from? Well, it's through NIL. It's through Spire Sports Group. We are an affiliate. There's a link in the description below where you can get involved in NIL. But start following recruiting. It's a lot of fun to watch. But if you're new to the game, we start jumping into the class of 24, you're going to see these rankings go up and down because right now the class of 24, they're just coming off of their junior season. Some of these guys, you know, that are top tier talents, they may play as freshmen, sophomores, obviously as juniors, but a lot of them don't really start to develop and take shape until their senior year. And that's what we're seeing here with the class of 23. The evaluators are having time to go through, take a look at all the senior tape, take a look at the all-star games, and kind of get a final ranking system. But all that matters at the end of the day, all that matters is what Josh Heupel and what this coaching staff at the University of Tennessee, what they do with player evaluations. And we'll get into an example of that here in just a minute. Goes on to say, we heavily prioritize the senior season in our evaluation process as it has proven to be among the more predictive evaluation points over the course of a high school prospect's development. The several weeks since the season ended provided time to sift through each position group and dive into senior campaigns. In-person all-star evaluations, both in regional and national games, also prove highly instructive and have a track record of being strong indicators. So what they're saying now is we've got more information, right? We've got more information to get a more accurate gauge on who belongs where when you're talking about the top prospects in the class of 2023. Says here there is a new number one overall prospect in the final on 300 rankings with Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava narrowly beating out Alabama edge signee Keon Keeley and the incumbent number one Texas quarterback signee Arch Manning. Says here similar to the 2022 cycle, there was not a runaway number one in our opinion. While Manning sat atop the rankings for the entirety of the cycle, we've been transparent that his grip on number one was tenuous. Now, why was Arch Manning sitting at number one? We all know why Arch was sitting at number one. It's because of his last name. If you believe otherwise, you're probably lying to yourself. I'm not saying that Arch Manning doesn't have talent. I'm saying that that's why before leading into his senior season, Arch Manning sat at the top of the list. It says here Manning and Iamaleava are both physically gifted passers with the upside to be a number one draft pick. With that said, neither are truly dominant high school players. I personally don't view either as a can't miss as recent number one quarterbacks Bryce Young or Caleb Williams. Goes on to say here, viewing Manning and Iamaleava as number one overall prospects requires a degree of projection that is less than ideal. Given the amount of projection with both, we're going to be with quarterback with the most physical ability. Nico Iamaleava, the Tennessee signee, is a big-armed, twitchy athlete who fares better against pressure than Manning. There's also a little less ambiguity with Iamaleava, as we've seen him compete and star in a neutral setting, while Manning has been confined strictly to his high school football team while facing varying levels of competition. So there's the breakdown. That's why they're going with Nico as the number one player in the class of 2023. And this is big. This is big for recruiting. When's the last time Tennessee signed the top recruit in the country? I'm excited to see how Nico develops. As they're breaking it down, saying that he's kind of been around bigger competitions on a neutral stage. Nico's got all the talent in the world. Athleticism, that's the key they mentioned there. Nico's got more athleticism. So what happens when you take a guy that's the top player in the country, you put him in this Josh Heupel offense, you surround him with weapons, and you let him go play? Year 2 of the Josh Heupel era, number 1 in the country in points per game, set the University of Tennessee record for scoring offense, number 1 in yards per game, number 1 in passing efficiency. What happens when you get legitimate 5-star talent, the top player in the country in Knoxville? I'm excited about this quarterback competition. Anybody that's been a part of this channel for any length of time knows I'm a Joe Milton guy. I love Joe Milton. Would love nothing more than to see Joe go out and have a redemption story in 2023. But if Nico gives us the best chance to win, let's roll with the freshman and let's go win ball games. I'm excited. I'm excited about the future of Tennessee football. 11-win season in year 2. Let's go. Future's bright. It's only up from here. Let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum. The class of 24 is going to be huge. Again, continuing to cover and break that down. A couple of other names mentioned in the On 300 top 50. David Hobbs, 5-star defensive lineman. We talked about what Rodney Garner wants to do with that D-line. Bring in lots of bodies, rotate, keep guys fresh. All the excitement about Shandavion Bradley, all the excitement about Caleb Herring, and those guys deserve it. 2 of the top edge rushers in the country. But David Hobbs cracks the top 50 at number 29, 5-star defensive lineman, one that is worth taking a look at when we talk about player evaluation. Nathan Laycock, committed to Tennessee, 3-star prospect at the time. Everybody's talking about Carnell Tate. We're making videos every other day. Carnell Tate flirting with Tennessee. Carnell Tate's going to Ohio State. No, maybe he comes back to Tennessee. Coming in town for a baseball game. One-on-one with Josh Heupel. Carnell Tate's a Vol. No, Carnell Tate's Ohio State. Watch the live commitment. Carnell Tate's off to Ohio State. That little 3-star wide receiver that nobody was talking about, Nathan Laycock, is now the 45th ranked player in the country for the class of 2023. 45th. Carnell Tate, the golden child that everybody was talking about, we were all obsessed with, comes in at 47. Nathan Laycock in the latest rankings just jumped past Carnell Tate. That speaks volumes for player evaluation by this coaching staff. Now, is On 3 the end-all, be-all? Does that mean everything? No. But what it's telling you is guys that get paid for a living to evaluate high school football have had time to sort through all the tape, and they believe that Nathan Laycock's the better wide receiver. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see what happens when they get to the college level coming up this next season. We'll see how Nathan Laycock develops. We'll see how Carnell Tate develops. But I'm excited about the future because there was too many times in previous years that we had coaches and coaching staffs that chased stars instead of talent. They chased stars instead of fit. Nathan Laycock's got speed. He's got the size. He's got the ability. I'm excited to see Nathan Laycock in this offense. Clearly, this coaching staff is excited to see Nathan Laycock in this offense. 6'3", 195 pounds going into his senior season. Great length, good speed. 10.88 in the 100 meters as a junior. Player evaluation, boys. Josh Heupel gets it. Josh Heupel knows what he wants. Josh Heupel knows what he needs. But I wanted to put out a quick video because On 3 just put out the final rankings, and Tennessee has signed, sealed, and delivered the number 1 player in the class. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on these updated rankings. How about Nathan Laycock passing Carnell Tate? Also, David Hobbs cracking the top 50 as well. Who excites you the most in the class of 23 that Tennessee's already got in the boat? Getting a lot of those guys getting ready to compete in spring practice right around the corner. But like I said, hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up. on the way out the door, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. As I say every single video, thank you to the members of the channel. Your support financially gives me the opportunity to do this, to cover this football program full time. So I thank you for that. I am grateful for that. If you want to be a part of it, you can hit that join button down below. You can give as little as 99 cents a month. If you got 99 cents a month, gives me the confidence to keep this train rolling forward and bring you as much coverage as possible. But if not, that's fine. Just smash the thumbs up, hit the comment section. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.